why is it that when people give you some advice or suggest to you something to do, hey, you should, it'd be great if you did this thing this way. Reasonable, right? But if you listen to what they're saying, but you don't do it, why do they all of a sudden think that you just weren't listening to them in the first place? Why are all of these people thinking that everything should be their way, and if you don't do it, all hell's gonna break loose? That doesn't make sense to me. If you're gonna do something, it doesn't matter what route you take to get the thing done. As long as you get it done, it should be great, right? So, I don't understand. So, there was a gnat problem in the house that I used to live in, right? And it got really bad. I would feel like them hitting my face at night, like whatever. This was back, when I was living with the person who shall not be named. But she made it clear when she didn't have to, that there was a huge gnat problem. Me and my cool uncle who lived in the house at the time, were like, okay, we'll try to get this done. She was obsessed with doing this whole thing. And she was getting mad at us for not doing anything when there was nothing else to do. She had already taken it upon herself to try to make up this weird strategy. Oh, put vegetable oil all around the house and they're going to think it's food and they're going to die. Sure, whatever. That worked to an extent, but they were coming inside the house. Like, that obviously doesn't help. I stayed up till 3 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep because of this woman taking a newspaper in the kitchen and just going to town on these gnats all night, and then sitting there crying about it, wondering why me and my uncle are yelling at her to go the fuck to sleep. We are trying to sleep and you're out here hitting the walls all day. Terrible shot, by the way. You didn't get any of them. And literally one day my uncle was just like, screw it. He goes into the pantry, grabs this little basket, small basket of potatoes that we had. That's where the source was coming from. Threw it out. Boom. Easy. Done. And then he wants to try to cop attitude with him and me for not doing anything. He solved the problem for you. He looked somewhere, found the source, threw it out. That's how you get stuff done. And she even made a group chat because it later became a problem again. This time, I found the problem, alright? She was texting me, oh my gosh, there's gnats in the house again. I'm like, please, for the love of all that is holy, shut up, alright? I did the same thing that he did. Went into the kitchen, found the problem. There was a dry mop. You know those little mop things where the stick is separate from the mop thing so you can clean it or whatever? It was there, sitting in the middle stick of the washer. Why is it there? That's not what it's there for. You're supposed to get it cleaned and then use it to clean other stuff so it can get dirty and then you can clean it again. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I saw that, I threw it out, boom, problem solved. And she's still mad about it. Everything that you told us to do has been done. What, are you mad that we didn't do it the way that you want to? Or that we didn't rush to your aid to do it immediately? Oh, maybe we were doing something. You can't just say something and then immediately want us to jump out of our seat and go do it. There are people, they're usually old people, are oh, when I grew up it was yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. That sounds like borderline torture to me. I don't know why. If they're hey, go clean your room. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. Oh, can you just be oh, okay, I'll get it done, This doesn't make sense. Why are people so sensitive and offended over, I already said this, the littlest things. Just doesn't make sense.